Hey, it's Chris Chico, and in this video I want to share with you the top 3 reasons why I think you should consider, well, in fact why you must consider using Facebook advertising to find motivated sellers in today's real estate market. Right now, the market is hot. Investors are having a tough time finding deals. Maybe you are experiencing the same thing. Maybe you're starting out brand new in the business and you're struggling. Maybe you have been in the business for a bit and you are starting to see the results of your marketing, your direct mail, your postcards, your letters that you're sending out just not be as effective as it was before. And so then now you have to go out and you have to look for other avenues. You have to look for other places where perhaps you can find deals. So let's talk about the number 1 reason why you should consider Facebook advertising, and that's because it's harder to get into Facebook advertising than it is with direct mail. Now, you might think, well, gee, isn't that a negative? It isn't a negative. It's actually a positive because it's a barrier of entry for investors that are looking to get that particular channel producing deals. Now, with direct mail, it's very easy. Right now, if you wanted to, you can go out and you can buy a list of tired landlords. You can go to a real estate investor specific mailing house, get a postcard from them, and in a matter of an hour have your first direct mail campaign out the door. However, that's a problem because if it's easy for you, that means it's easy for someone else to do the same thing. And so therefore now you have a lot of people targeting the same list. Now you've got sellers that say, hey, I've got 5, 6, 10 postcards or letters from different investors, and now it's always very difficult to get a deal that way. Whether you're starting out brand new in the business or you're an experienced investor, you always want to be looking out for those next strategies that perhaps not everyone is doing, and those strategies have a cycle, a term in terms of life that they're going to be easier to implement, that they're going to produce the best results, and eventually when more investors come into the fray and start using those strategies, then they diminish in the way that they work, and so therefore now you have to be continually looking for those new strategies. The second reason why Facebook advertising should be a consideration for you is the fact that very few people are teaching that particular strategy. There are a lot of real estate trainers out there. Hey, I'm one of them. They all know direct mail, meaning that they can all teach direct mail in terms of, hey, what do you have to do? You have to go out and get a list. Here's a postcard to use. And if they don't know the nuts and bolts, then they can always teach you the big picture and then send you off to a mailing house or a list provider, and then that way you can go ahead and get started. You can also find Facebook ad agencies that you can reach out to that might be running ads for dentists, for doctors, and for a variety of other small businesses. And you could say to them, and even for realtors, and you can say to them, hey, I would like for you to run ads for me as a real estate investor. And they'll be more than happy to take your money and try and figure out what kind of ads and what kind of targeting that they should use in order to help you get results. However, the number of real estate trainers that also have Facebook advertising experience and that have been able to combine those two and are doing deals and know the nuts and bolts of both of those two disciplines together, then that's a very difficult person to find. So now that's a positive because there are going to be less people teaching that particular strategy. And again, what you want is you want a strategy that works. You want there to be a barrier of entry. You want it to be difficult for people to get started with. So there are less avenues for someone to get started using Facebook ads and being a real estate investor. And so that's a positive for you if you can get that channel going. Last but not least, reason number 3 is all about timing. Hey, the real estate market is all about timing. Back in 2008, the market went down. Now it's on the up cycle, and there's going to be another correction. That's just the nature of the beast. The same thing happens with business. Every business, every strategy has its cycle. When, hey, things are brand new, it's a brand new strategy. The people that come in early on, they're the ones that make the most money. They are the ones that will hold that position the longest. And eventually, as with any strategy, as with any technique, as more people come on, then it's just not going to have the same results. And so you want to make sure that you are at the cutting edge. You are at the front of the line when it comes to these particular strategies. And I think that Facebook is one of them. For the reasons that I mentioned already, which is, hey, it's very difficult to get into and it's very difficult to find someone to help you implement this. Hey, I'm going to give you a bonus as to why you should get started with Facebook for advertising for real estate investors, is that it's actually very economical. What happens is that if you want to go out and you want to do direct mail, you need to have a fairly large budget for direct mail. If you say, hey, I'm going to send out 500 postcards, I'm going to tell you, hey, you're going to have a tough time making that $500 work for you. Typically speaking, you need to send out and you need to spend upwards of $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 at a pop in order to have any sort of meaningful results with direct mail. The benefit with Facebook ads is that you target by zip code, and with as little as $20 you can target a particular zip code and you can start generating leads right away. And you only then increase your ad spend if you see progress. And if you follow my process and the way I teach it, you're going to be able to get results rather quickly right from the very beginning. And only as you're feeling confident that, yeah, this is going in the right direction, do you then increase the amount of money that you're spending with Facebook ads, as opposed to direct mail where you might go out and spend $2,000 or $3,000 and you're hoping and praying that, oh my God, I hope that this works because otherwise I'm going to be out a lot of money. So those are the reasons why I think you should consider Facebook advertising to find motivated sellers. Hey, make sure you check out the comments on this video for additional links to videos on my channel to help you implement these strategies. And again, always click on the subscribe button. Click the notification bell, because even though you might be subscribed, you're not going to get notified by YouTube. But if you click on that little bell, then YouTube, every time I do a new video, will send you an email, will send you a notification on your phone if you have the app installed. So make sure you do that. And again, you can always visit me at CrisChico.com. That's CrisChico.com to get additional information about my programs and how I can help you in your real estate business.